Thanks for tuning in to Ace Point of View. We about to keep it moving. It's a new year, new things ahead. Sad news. A pastor was killed and 2 other people were injured in a shooting at the East Texas church Sunday after the pastor confronted a man who had hidden from police in the church overnight. A local sheriff said, "I'm not about to give you too many details or try to do a video on this or nothing. I just wanted to break the news to you. I'm going to be doing my best to bring you news stories. Everything might not be a video, and there's no need for a video on this one because the Smith County Sheriff, Larry Smith, explains what happened Sunday morning." And to all my other creators out there, just know if you don't see me now, you're going to see me later. I'm just trying to do my best to bring the news, add some kind of value to the people that like the news or just don't watch the news, but they watch Ace or they come through and support. Here's the story. Y'all keep pushing, go hard. Here's the whole news clip, courtesy of KLTV, Texas News.
Lasted for about a little over 2 hours. We had drones, we had K9s here in the area for a little over 2 hours with no success in locating the person. So at 9:21 this morning, apparently the person disappeared into the woods when he bailed out after he was wrecked out by DPS. Disappeared into the woods. We had a manhunt with K9s and drones and quite a few personnel for about a little over 2 hours. And then fast forward to this morning at 9:21, the pastor and several other people, the pastor's wife, and a couple more individuals went into the church. Nothing out of the ordinary. As the pastor opened the bathroom door, he was confronted by the individual who had been hiding in the church. Apparently had fled into the woods, and after everybody left, after the manhunt, retreated into the church. The pastor, who had a firearm himself, apparently drew his firearm on the individual and ordered him to stop. He starts coming towards the front door. Then he turns around and lunges at the pastor and is able to disarm the pastor, it appears, at this time. And hit the pastor's firearm as the one he used. The pastor is deceased at this time. We have another individual due to a fall that's being treated at local Tyler Hospital. And we have a second victim here at this location that has gunshot wounds that's undergoing surgery at this time, and unknown right now what his condition is. We were able to get a description of the pastor's vehicle, which was stolen, to make his exit out of the scene here, and was able to work through some OnStar technology, find the vehicle. Got a Harrison County deputy that got in behind it, and the vehicle was disabled, and the subject was taken into custody in Harrison County this morning. We've already had deputies on the scene over there and picked up the suspect. He's en route back to the Tyler Hospital. He suffered a gunshot wound, through and through wound to his left hand, I believe. So he's en route to the Tyler Hospital. One thing I'll back up a little bit. When the pastor confronted this individual in the bathroom, he had one of the red...
Hey, if you're getting anything out the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up so we can keep doing what we do. Your support is needed. It's appreciated. Happy New Year.
When the pastor confronted this individual in the bathroom, he had one of the red bank bag that belonged in the church in his hand. That, and as well as taking the pastor's vehicle, we're looking at a capital murder investigation here. With everything put together, it will be investigated as a capital murder, presented to the district attorney's office in Smith County as a capital murder case. There's some more information coming through, but until I can confirm it, I'm not going to release it yet. But maybe later this afternoon, we'll have additional information. But I'll open it to any questions.
Do we have a total number of how many people were injured?
We have 2 injured by gunshot, 2 victims here. The suspect injured by gunshot. And at this time, we don't know when that occurred. And then a female victim is injured and taken to the hospital due to a fall.
So it was before the start of their church service?
Yes. Okay. From what I could gather right now, I think there was only about 4 people in the church at the time.
And no affiliation between...
Nothing related to this time about any religious beliefs or anything to do with church. The church just happened to be the location that he was able to get into and take refuge during the night after we left the scene.
Do you know what he was taking refuge from?
Well, from a pursuit. We don't know why we were pursuing him to start with.
Yeah. Is that the same? When did the pursuit happen?
About 7:30 last night.
So, okay. Yeah, because we had heard about a pursuit last night. I'm not sure if it was possibly the same one. Was it on I-20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of it was.
And it was the pastor's gun that was ultimately...
That's what we believe at this time.
Did the church have any security at that time?
Well, obviously, 2 people in the church of the 4 are carrying. That's one of that's the firearm was one of them disarmed. One of them used to commit the homicide.
What about the suspect?
I'm not releasing anything on suspect information at this time. We are in the process of obtaining arrest warrants. We're obtaining the vehicle. We're taking custody of the vehicle from the pursuit last night, as well as the pastor's vehicle that he used to get away with. And those will be processed by crime scene after they get through the scene.
What's the current condition of the suspect and the surviving victims?
Well, I don't know about the victim that went to the Tyler hospital. The suspect has a gunshot wound in the hand. So, as far as I'm concerned, minor injury.
Is the name of the pastor being released at this time?
No, not releasing the name of any victims or suspect at this time. We may be able to do that later this afternoon.
And have you ever
that'll be in the form of a press release.
Have you ever heard of? We've seen, unfortunately, some shootings here in Texas. Previously, have you ever heard of someone hiding out in the church? Most times, I feel like when I've heard the story, they just come into they sat during the congregation.
Well, this is not as far as I'm concerned. This is not a church-related, religion-related offense. This is an opportunity. It was convenient for the guy to come out of the woods. It was cold last night, kind of a warm place to stay, and apparently he was still there when they came to church this morning.
Okay, so he was in the church all night before everyone came in.
We know he was in the church after we left at 10:30. From somewhere from 10:30 p.m. until 9:20 this morning, he got in the church.
But it's unclear right now when exactly he got into the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sir, shootings like these that happen, they're so unprecedented, but just as a sheriff, as an officer, is there anything that churches can start to do to prevent things like this happening, up security? What can they do to keep in mind in situations like this?
They did everything that we would tell anybody to do. They're carrying, but the thing about it is, and I really don't want to get off into it, but if you're going to carry a firearm, you got to be willing to use it.